Good evening and welcome to the Laughing Monkey Music Show. Today we have on Duane Betts. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm
Good to
doing
be
good. I'm
here.
doing good. If people don't recognize the name, if you're familiar with the Allman Brothers or the Allman Brothers family and the offshoots of the Allman Brothers, your dad is the legend, the Betts.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, he sure is. That he is.
but that being said, I mean, it's a lineage. I mean, and your dad's had his own band and then Warren Hayes. I mean, it's just like everybody has been in that family tree. Just
Yeah.
jams so good, all of you guys. Um, so it makes sense that you're obviously you're a very talented player, and I think one of my favorite things about your playing is you really play your to the song. You know, you don't overplay it.
Yeah, well, part of that is that I can't overplay. No, there's a lot to be said for that. I
It's
think
a lot.
a lot of great players that I like are just they play for the song. They
Mhm.
like Mike Campbell is a good
Yeah,
example of a great guitar player. He might be able to play something a little more flashy, but I mean, what he plays is perfect for that band and for those songs. Um, I mean, there's a lot of examples in a lot of different formats that you could give for that, but yeah, I mean, I just try to play like me, and I try not to. Sometimes when I'm just letting it fly, I mean, I might sound a lot like my dad if I'm lucky, at times, and I feel like there's times when I'm just being vulnerable and letting it fly and not thinking about the way I'm going to play. And some of those times are when I sound most like him. So it's kind of a funny thing because it's like I sound most like myself sometimes when I sound most like him, you know? Um, and not that I always sound, you know, like I'm trying to channel him or anything
right,
like that. But there's certainly moments when I sound like that.
right. I mean, I do think you have your own sound, and I really think the sketches of American music is a real standout thing for you, which is it's really interesting. You played with your father for, well, like, I don't know, 12. I mean, you played with him for like a billion years, touring with him. So, of course, it's going to be
Yep.
an influence on any musician. You played with other bands, but then in the past few years, you've done something kind of really cool. You kind of did your own solo album, but then you
Mm-hmm.
did the Allman Betts thing, which was totally cool, especially for people the band have seen the history. It's great to see the kids just, continuing on like that. And then you're going now. I think you guys are back in hiatus, and now I think you're working on a new album, right?
Yeah, I'm working on a new record. Actually, I'm going back in about a week. I'm going back in to finish up the main tracking for it. Up at Derek and Derek Trucks and Susan Tedeschi. I
Oh
mean,
wow.
it's like Derek and Susan. Like that's how you refer to them. It's
I actually
almost
knew what
like
you're talking about. Yeah.
it's almost like you should like if you're gonna just always say Derek and Susan. It's like you should just come up like what was it?
Jennifer. Yeah.
Brangelina
Yeah.
for Brad and
Yeah.
Angelina, like Scarrick, or we just need to come up with one
The
word
name.
for
One
the both
word.
of them, or refer to them as like two individual people. Uh, no, I'm recording there at their place, and it's been a lot of fun, and we're I feel really good about it. We're getting a lot of good work done. It's kind of I feel like it's the record I've been waiting to make, and it's exactly what I want to do, and can't think of a better time to do it. And so yeah, I mean, I really look forward to getting out to be. Of course, I can't just put it out like right when it's done. You know what I mean?
Right.
But hopefully sooner than later.
But well, let's step back just a little bit. So your first album, this is your second one. It's got like I'm looking at it right now. It's
Well,
like six tracks.
the first one was really an EP,
Yeah, I was gonna
and
ask about that.
that one was really I had kind of bits and pieces from different sessions, and a lot of
Mhm.
them were just demos. And I just finally just said, you know what, I'm not going to wait around until I think everything's perfect, and
Yep.
I need to just put something out. And I had kind of reconnected with Devin at that time, and I was about to go out on tour with him, and before we formed Allman Betts Band.
Right.
I would open up the shows for him, and so we had formulated this plan that we were going to go on tour in the summer, and so it really gave me incentive to get that record done,
Right.
or that EP done, and just put the finishing touches on it. And so I really put it together from different sessions over several years. I mean, some of that stuff was recorded
Years?
4 years earlier. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
taking time and write it out were recorded maybe as early as 2012.
Feels
When
very cohesive, just like it was just
Yeah, and then no, the songs were all written kind
right.
of around the same time. Um, and then some of the other stuff I had done with Steve Cropper in Nashville at his
Mhm.
studio, the legendary Steve Cropper. Um, and I ended up using, I think, when we get home, that tune was basically the foundation of it was taken from those sessions. And then I did some additional recording, like Downtown Runaround and Think I'm Doing Well. We're done at the Compound in Long Beach, which is my
Yeah.
friend Antoine's place. And so we did both of those there. And that was 2017 when we did those. So I mean, it was done over years. Because I didn't have the money to go back in and hire everybody, and I
Okay.
thought, like, you know what, these versions are good. People like these. Just let's get it together and put it up. So my point is that this will be my first real solo record
Right.
that's done
Well, how long?
cohesively,
Like,
like together, and we're going all in on this one. So it's exciting. I'm sorry, I'm just getting over a cold.
oh, it's okay.
But
What's
but yeah,
interesting
I'm
is,
really
yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, what I'm saying is what's really interesting is because of your vocals. I mean, you've always been a guitar player and a guitar singer, but you're very comfortable. You're a really good singer, like on your own words. It's not if you're not like a guitar singer, you could be a guitar player or a singer, you know?
Well, yeah, hopefully, I think I've gotten a lot better. I think I started playing guitar when I started playing drums when I was like 5, and I was a drummer, and I was really
Mhm.
put a lot of time into being a good drummer, and I was pretty good. I was
Yeah.
capable, especially for my age. I was sitting in with the Allman Brothers when I was 12, 13. And I tell this to people. Of course, I wasn't the only drummer holding up the whole band. I mean,
Right.
I would go on JMO's kit, Butch would be playing, so I wouldn't have to hold the whole thing up by myself. I always make that point. But I was pretty damn good. And then I switched to guitar. So I mean, I've been playing guitar now for 30 years.
Right.
I started playing when I was around 13.
Wow.
Really made the switch over 13, 14 years old. And I didn't start singing really until I was, the last 8 years, and singing's hard, man. I'm not gonna, I mean, I have a lot
Oh,
of,
I'd love to ask how, obviously, you're a very proficient guitar player. So at that point, being as good a guitar player, but then to sing and play guitar, even as good as you were as a guitar player, was there like a huge challenge, like a timing thing? And it's just like it's two different brains almost.
well, with Allman Betts Band over the last 2 or 3 years of touring, it's been really, I don't have to sing every song. I have Devin. I
Mhm.
sing a couple, then he sings a couple, then we'll do an instrumental, then he'll sing one or
Yep.
two, then it'll come back to me, I'll sing one, and then you know what I mean, then we'll sing one together, um which is great. And we obviously will jam a lot, so I don't have to sing the whole time. But with my own thing, I'm obviously going to be singing more. Doesn't mean I have to sing if we're doing a long show. I mean, I'll hand it to someone else. Hey, you sing one. You hand it
Right.
over to someone else, and then you do like a 10-minute instrumental or something like that to give yourself a break. But it's something that I'm looking forward to. You know, I'm looking forward to it because I think at the end of the day, the songs that that I have in my repertoire, and of course the new songs that I can't just go out and play all of them right now, or I guess I could, but I don't think that's not what I want to do. I don't want to just put it out before anybody hears it in that fashion. But but I'm really confident in the songs. And at the end of the day, it's all about the songs, you know.
Mhm.
You have
Well,
a good song and you can get it to a place where the band can, you know, if you want to jam, that's great, but let's find a song that we can get to a place and put a jam in the middle of it, or, you know, put a jam, you know, you need songs, is what I'm saying.
well, and that's the thing. I mean, beyond just your father's band and stuff, any of the bands, think about it, like from the 70s, a lot of songs. And to this day, a lot of people are still playing those songs, even their own versions, because it's about the song. And then
Yeah.
that's the goal as a songwriter, to write something that's going to be so overlasting, not a moment or something that's hip for a minute, you know what I mean, or a sound. It's the song is an important thing. That's where I think your guitar playing always plays to the song. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think what you trying to say is there's a lyrical quality to
yeah,
it that is kind of
absolutely.
like, you know what I mean? You kind of use the guitar to kind of tell the same story that the songs sound
Yeah,
like.
like a little melody to it. And I think and that's what my favorite guitar plays. I mean, because some people can go crazy and shred or whatever, but the truth is, what songs are you going to really go back to and listen to? I'm going to listen to your music. I'm going to listen to, that's the kind of stuff that's going to hold back, like a Tom Petty. And what's really crazy is that you have a sound that is really, I always find it funny. It's like the Southern rock sound, I guess you call it, or Americana. I know it changes a lot, but it crosses into so many things where there's a little country, but it has a little bit of blues and some rock, but it's
Mhm.
really its own sound. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty amazing.
thank you. I mean, that's kind of what I'd rather sound like me than anything. I'd rather
But you,
just play the way I play and not worry about, you know, that's the goal, is that we all play differently, and there's a lot of great players out there, and there's people that can play circles around me. There's people that can play circles around my dad. You know, there's people, you know, I mean, he would say that. I remember he would say that. But I mean, they don't, there's something great about anybody, and when anybody just sounds like the way they
well,
sound.
right?
And
I mean, anybody can like. And I see like your dad's a great guitar player. And I can say you're a great guitar player, and and Devin is and stuff. But there's a certain style too where there could always be somebody who's like more of a technical, like a faster shredder or whatever.
hmm,
It's like having a mathematician, so he's really good at math, but who's going to be the guy who figures something out? Who's the smartest guy? Like who's going to put it all together and present it
yeah,
the most palatable way and the best way is the full picture, and that's what makes you a good guitarist or a good performer or a good, it's the full thing. It's not just you know
hey
playing
man, I
fast.
hear you. I'm right on deck. I'm right
And I think
on
one of the things I love
in
about you
agreement with you on that.
is I think you've got the most chill attitude. I don't know if is it the Florida attitude. I mean, even your merchandise, your shirts are like at the most like chilled out looking look on them. They're nice, chilled out, and oh, you're frozen for a minute
I
here.
had a bad cold. No, I'm mellow because I'm well, it is hot. I'm outside on the you know, it's kind of a nice Florida early summer afternoon. It's kind of hot and humid, and but yeah, I'm just getting out of this cold, so
Ugh.
I'm I'm coming back to life.
No, but you seem pretty chill. I mean, you're always a flip flop guy. You're a pretty relaxed
Mm.
gentleman. So with the project you're doing now, and then are you gonna? So the Allman Betts thing is a hiatus for a while, or is it gonna be something you can dip back and forth over the years type of deal?
I'm sure we'll do something again. I mean, it's yeah, we're just on break right now for a little bit, and you know, we thought it was a good time. You know, we had been touring a lot, and you know, touring takes its toll. You know what I mean? But everybody's good. Everybody's in good spirits. Everybody's doing their thing, and
I love it. I love the idea that you're doing something solo and then he can do something. And that's
yeah.
like the longevity and the freshness of coming back is like,
Well,
you'll
we had
always
that idea. We had that idea that we were going to do that at some point. I mean, that wasn't like that didn't just come up. You know, that was kind of like um the vision from the beginning. It just wasn't determined when that was going to happen.
right. I mean, because I mean it makes sense nowadays. Because I mean, if you look at all the like bands or like long term, at some point there's always like a splinter or whatever, because the artists don't get to do different things and mingle and try stuff. And then you guys will come back stronger each time
Yeah,
together, you know?
that's the idea.
Um, that's fantastic. Let's talk. I just want to talk a few things about your guitar. It's Les Paul. You've been favoring. Is it Les Paul? You seem to favor a lot.
I've been playing. a Les Paul, and then a lot over the last year and a half, I've been playing a 335. You know, I mean, I don't play. I go back and forth. You know, I mean, I'll play both of them throughout the night, but the 335, I really started favoring that. It just
Hmm.
it sounds so great. But for one-offs and stuff, when I'm traveling, I won't bring that. Um,
No.
I go back to the Les Paul. Like I just played a few gigs in New Orleans for around Jazz Fest, and I yeah, I brought the gold top for that.
I hear that a lot. I love I think you have a really great tone on that. That's why I say that, be able to clip live clips online and stuff to hear you playing that.
Yeah, I mean they both sound great. You know, I mean I don't know. I mean it just depends what you prefer, you know.
Yeah.
And the 335 is kind of hard to beat, you know. It's got a thing. It has those old PAF pickups, and it's a vintage guitar, and that's kind of I don't know. It's a damn good sounding guitar.
No, it is. It's really good. I've enjoyed all that stuff. So as far as your gear and you're playing out, what is the timeline are you looking at for like I know you so this actually this tour you're doing now is acoustic, right? Or it says it's acoustic. Is it really acoustic or is it acoustic electric or
It'll be acoustic, you
yeah.
know. I mean, we're just keeping it. When I go out with an electric band, I want a full band, and this is just a way to do something fun and keep it intimate and keep it lean, you know, as far as the business aspect of it, and just go out and have fun and play some gigs. It's something I've never really done, you know. Um, so that's what we're gonna do on this one. But you know, I really look forward to putting the full band together. That's the next step.
Is it going to be so you're going to finish recording the album and then do the little acoustic tour and then kind of play with it, how it goes from there?
I mean, I'll do. Yeah, I mean, I have some gigs. I have stuff booked. I don't know exactly when I'll do the full band. I mean, I have a few electric gigs
Okay.
that are booked. I don't know if they're on sale. I don't know, but you know, I don't know yet. So I can't really be
All right.
specific.
Just
You know,
curious though, because I
I'll
saw
say this. I'll probably announce the record,
yeah.
and then bam, and then go out with a full electric band.
All right.
Keyboards. You know, me, Johnny, bass, drum. You know, I'll probably do the whole thing, rather than just kind of like mess around with. You know, I'd rather go out now and do something cool, intimate, special,
Mm.
um, and keep it simple for me to just go out, have one vehicle, you know, not have to have, you know, just
Yeah,
keep it easy.
I get
Go
it.
out, have fun, keep it easy, and then bam, come out full band,
Just
rock and
curious
roll.
because as you're going to the Ridgefield as acoustic, I was hoping you're going to come back again, electric too.
Oh, you come, I'll play like I know, but what you're saying is people don't really want to see me play acoustic, is what you're
No, I'm not.
saying.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying,
No, I know. I'm joking. I'm
oh, you're
joking.
killing me.
No. Yeah, we'll come back and do the. We'll leave them wanting that for next time. You know,
No, I think it's good
they can say,
acoustic.
"Man, that was really awesome, man. I can't wait to see him again." And maybe they'll have the full band and blow our heads off with loud amps. And the answer will be yes, because we're not going to come back a second time and do it acoustic.
No, it's interesting when a band can do different things and mixes it up. They just, it's the same thing every time. Gets
Yeah,
kind of
it's
cool.
actually limiting. It's a lot more limiting to do it acoustic because you can't just play anything. You have to
Right.
like figure out what sounds, worth a what,
Yeah. You got
and
to fill certain holes that you can't play, make up
yeah,
with
it's like,
different
well,
songs.
this would be great if we had a drummer. It sounds cool if we had like a light percussion, but you can't just do anything.
Right.
So we got to figure that out. But that's the fun
Right.
of it. Then it wouldn't be any fun if you knew everything ahead of time.
I agree. I agree. This has been awesome. I want to thank you. I want everybody to check you out. I'm gonna put the links as I always do underneath. Check you out on
Well, thank
tour. Check out your EP. I know they call it an album, but it is 6 songs. It's a long EP. You know,
Yeah,
check out.
it's a long EP.
Yeah. I recommend people check out Allman Betts. The 2 albums you guys did. You guys are very prolific. put 2 albums out in 2 years like that during
Mhm.
during the lockdown too, which is pretty impressive. You
Yeah,
know,
well, we finished it right before all that happened.
a lot of artists weren't putting out 2 albums. You got one out, but two out during that was pretty.
Well, the first one we did in the end of yeah, I get what you're saying. The first one we did well before
Right.
all
I mean,
that.
I know there's a
we did it
window
at,
time,
we
but
did it like December of 18, and then the second one we did December of 19.
right. Well, and that's the
And
thing is
then
like the
it
shelf
came
life is
out
different.
during
Right.
COVID, you know.
Right. The shelf life of release dates when COVID happened to a lot of bands, you really spread out the releases, so they're huge. And yours kind of got like right smack in the middle, where it didn't
Yeah.
really change things.
Mhm.
Is my point. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
that's awesome. I mean, I want to
Yeah.
thank you for being on the show. And
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Let's do it again. And
we will.
hopefully I'll see you up in Richfield.
Maybe we'll see you up there, and we'll talk again when your album comes out. We'll promote it
All right.
again. All right. Thank you.
Ciao.
Peace out.
God bless.